Hey, welcome to my new, absolutely desperate attempt to revive my channel. And that's not even a joke, really. My last video is from probably 10 months ago, and I'm not really proud of that. But, well, what can I say? Apparently, creative consistency is not my advantage. But let's get to the point. Extraction Point. Game made by Scott Tanner. Tanner Productions is his YouTube name, and this little game got all the right ingredients to hit me in the soft spot that I got for this type of small scale, almost serious military shooters, and I will elaborate later, but let's just hit a new game so we can actually, play the game. And this loading screen is really short, surprisingly short for gameguru, right? But only thing it loads is this introduction video, and this introduction video is actually really high quality, and I think nobody would expect anything close to that quality from free-to-play one-level gameguru game, right? But here we go, and well, it's really awesome, and I'm really impressed that somebody made it, and it's just so much effort here. Like, I will just shut up for a second so you can watch it.
6 months in this country, and all I've seen is from the window of a Chinook.
Count yourself lucky, privates. Pashnar is not a region you'd want to cross on foot.
You think these people would welcome us?
Removing a dictator is one thing, but we're still a long way from stability.
Is that why Major Thompson isn't with us?
Major Thompson is overseeing the broader operation. He'll assist in any way he can.
So what makes Pashnar so dangerous?
I heard they follow a warlord around these parts. The details are sketchy. There's many rumors, but we know the locals call him the Shah.
The Shah has amassed quite a following, the Id al-Harriya, the Hand of Freedom. They are well equipped, well trained, relentless, and this is their territory.
And here we are at the beginning of the level. Helicopter is crashed, our friends might be dead, and whole situation seems hopeless, but we need to stand up. And that's actually a really nice bit of scripting. You need to script such things yourself, because that's not a standard mechanic in gameguru. And we got these little tutorials like press WSAD to move, if you never played FPS game before. But for me, it's more about giving this game this commercial-like vibe, like making it look like something more than a little hobby project. So we got custom objective menu and custom HUD and custom audio recordings and custom tutorials. Yeah, so all of this is really awesome if you ask me.
This is Major Thompson at Camp O'Hara. We lost sight of your party over Pashnar, but we heard reports of a rocket attack. The most important thing right now is that you find any survivors. We're trying to pinpoint your location from our end. Out.
And we got new objective. Find survivors. Okay, let's look for them.
Still no luck triangulating your location. Can you find a way to send a stronger signal? Over.
Yeah, and this objective menu actually updates itself, and it's really awesome. Like, maybe it's weird that I'm getting excited by objective menu in FPS game, but it's just gameguru engine, it's not a standard thing in gameguru, so you won't see this frequently in gameguru games, but here we have it. So yeah, and where I can send a radio transmission, let me look for it. Oh yeah, here. That's one thing that gameguru does right. FOV slider, right? Yeah, and this whole panorama First of all, it's not easy to sculpt terrain to be somewhat believable in gameguru because you are doing it by hand, and it blends really nicely with the skybox. And it's also a really cool layout because it shows you point of interest before you actually get there. So player sees something interesting far away and needs to figure out how to get there. Obviously you don't really look how to get there because the game is linear, but still very cool level design layout. Whoa! And this is yeah, something a little bit overlooked. Yeah.
You're alive. We thought you were dead. We went looking for help. We got ambushed. They've taken the others. They'll be back. You have to get out of here now. Go.
And he's dead. Yeah, but that's another very cool thing. Scripted situation in the game, like, you know, things like that, along with the custom menu and custom tutorials, you know, all of that gives this game a lot of this commercial like style and flavor. Oh yeah, and here we see some enemies. We see one dead guy and he got a pistol next to him, so let's get it. And that's the first of two weapons in this level. Yeah, and another tutorial, like press R to reload, press mouse button to shoot and aim. Yeah, it's all really awesome. Yeah, this game is rather easy, but if you ask me, I prefer games to be a little bit easier than too hard, especially when we are talking about Game Guru games, because nobody wants to wait through another loading screen, right? Here we got, I think, custom track. I never seen this pickup in any model pack in fpsc or Game Guru, so yeah. And here we got a little logo, a little word building. Yeah, terrorist organization. It's kind of like a company, you know, they got its own logo. Yeah, it's all really cool. Let's take out these guys on the bridge. Game Guru AI. Yeah, works as always. I mean, it's actually kind of cool that it works at all. These guys actually try to switch positions and move a little bit, so yeah, could be worse, definitely.
The whole Pashnar region is under the control of the Shah. We understand they send a lot of shortwave radio traffic. If you can find a way to broadcast something, we should be able to pick it up from here.
And here we are approaching the first challenging gunfight in the game. You can actually die here if you're not careful, because these guys on the ground will distract you a little, and then the guy on the roof can actually kill you. See, like he took out half of my health, but we are back in the game, baby. Like, you know, we get this Call of Duty like health system. Oh, okay, I got him, but I'm almost dead myself. But let's just, you know, wait a second. And yeah, and we got sniper rifle, second and last weapon in the level. Here I can point out a little, you know, this wheel is kind of like inside out, but wherever, it doesn't matter. And while I'm here, let me just point out one interesting fact about this game. So the game actually uses two types of lighting. So first of all, obviously, like every Game Guru game, we got the sunlight. You cannot turn it off. So we got dynamic shadows. You can see that like on animated trees, right? The shadow is moving. But also we have static shadows too, everywhere, basically. If you press F11, you go into debug mode. And then you can see different types of materials and all that stuff. For some reason it works in standalone. And as you can see here, when I press 1, we see only color maps, but also we see some shadows. Like this dynamic shadow will disappear because it's dynamic, right? And Game Guru isn't baking static shadows from dynamic objects, which is this animated tree, right? But we got static shadows too. Here, 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 and basically everywhere around the level. Which means we got two sets of shadows basically overlapping on each other, because you cannot turn off the sun. So Game Guru needs to still calculate dynamic shadows and load static shadows on top of that, which means not really great optimization, of course. I think this game would gain a lot of playability by just removing all static shadows. Yeah, it's mostly outside level, so it wouldn't hurt anything. Yeah. And another logo here. This terrorist organization is pretty serious. Or maybe it's not a terrorist organization, it's just an organization, because this game is not as black and white as you would think. And we're sending the broadcast.
Good work, soldier. We think you're near Lake Quara. Find a way to the lake, and then follow the river. I'm leading an exfil squad to C-23B. This is Major Thompson requesting clearance for a lot of enemy exfiltration in the area. Dragon 5. Sending that broadcast must have alerted nearby 059031. Get ready for a firefight by 23327. Over.
Oh, and the rebels appear out of nowhere. I think I broke a little bit of scripting here by jumping around in this, you know, building. Yeah, but enemies appear out of nowhere, really, like from thin air. And while it looks a bit hilarious, I think I understand why, because you can't really trust a Game Guru AI. So maybe it was actually better to spawn them in front of your face instead of spawning them, for example, around the corner. Because, you know, they could never find you if they spawned, for example, here. They could just stay there forever. Yeah. Oh, and another one. And one more thing I want to say about this whole situation. Oh, and another one. Whole situation here is it's like multi-purposed. So at first we are getting into the area and we are the attacker, right? So we are taking over this outpost, and like half a minute later we are the defender and we need to defend our spot, which is again a really awesome layout. And you know, it's not just pushing forward and shooting bad guys. It's actually some creativity here, which is again really great. And another bit of tutorial. At least, you know, you can say the game is really consistent with all of these tutorials. Yeah. So let's use the red barrels. I think we will find some ammo here. Yeah.
Sounds pretty hot down there. Hang in there, soldier. En route with Phoenix 2. Over.
Yeah, and this little desert city is the last, area in the game. And again, really well thought out design. It's not a corridor where you could it's not a corridor with only one thin way forward. You actually can have a preference. Oh, maybe I want to go through the water, or maybe I want to go through the middle of the city, or maybe I want to go behind the building, like it's not much, but it kinda sorta pretends to give you some freedom, and that's sometimes more than enough, especially in a little FPS game like that. Oh, and we get the boss fight. Oh, I'm hit. Yeah. Oh, and I actually died. Okay, so yeah, so this game actually can be challenging. I mean, you can die if you really fuck around. Fuck around and find out. That's what I would say about this game. Difficulty level. So okay, another box stuck in puzzle. I did something wrong here, I think. Yeah, now it's okay. Yeah, so these puzzles, I think, do we even need to call them puzzles? Because it's not very puzzling to stack a box, and jump on it. But it's really good break of pacing in a game. So again, it gives you and shows you something more than just pushing forward and killing bad guys. And one more thing I want to show you is a gap in the invisible wall. It's here because we have invisible wall along the along the level, so you cannot you cannot go around the scripts most of the time. But if you really want, you could avoid the whole city here by just going here into the water, going along the invisible wall, then jumping on this barrels, and here and here and here, and yeah, but that doesn't really matter, that's not even a problem. So to sum it up, I think the game is really awesome, and it's kind of sad it's cancelled and will probably never be finished, but still, great demo, and also really good advertisement for gameguru engine itself, So yeah, hopefully you liked this video, and hopefully this will be a bigger series in the future, but we will see.
You are a long way from home, which begs the question, what are you doing here? Of course, you're here because I shot your helicopter out of the sky, but what I mean is, what are you doing in my country? I am sure if you were lucid enough, you would probably say you were here as some sort of peacekeeper, here to give the people of this country a chance of freedom. Democracy. Well, I am one of the people of this country, and you are not welcome here. No doubt you've heard of me. The people around here call me the Shah. I'm still not sure about the name, but the power that it wields. I understand I am very popular with the CIA at the moment. I wonder how many more people like you they will send after me. You don't even know what you're fighting for. But alas, Our time is at an end. Get rid of him. The river. Take the prisoners. We leave in 10 minutes.